Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to share with you guys how I achieve my favorite type of heatless curls dealing with Dutch braids. The reason why it's going to be a little bit different is because I'm basically going to do it backwards. So I'm going to show you guys the results right now. Hopefully it works. Usually 99.9% of the time they work and they come out beautiful, the curls. And then I'm going to show you guys quickly how I style them to make them look a little bit better. We'll see what they look like right now. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I actually braid my hair because I do it a little bit differently. And you guys, I have some bad news. I actually broke a fingernail. It is so weird. I haven't broken any of my nails in such a long time, so this is such a weird feeling. It was definitely throbbing because I broke it pretty low. So I thought I'd mention that if you guys saw it. It looks a little handicapped. I feel bad for it. All right, let's actually take out my braids. So, backstory, I braided my hair yesterday morning while it was still damp out of the shower. I added some leave-in conditioner. I added some of this and some of this. So this is the Pureology Color Fanatic. I added this because this is one of my favorites, but there's like barely anything left. And so then because I don't have anything left of this, I went to the Briogeo Don't Despair, their Strength and Moisture Leave-In Mask. This stuff is awesome. I've talked about it before. So I left this in my hair, brushed it out, and then I just braided my hair. So let's see what it looks like. Went to the gym yesterday, worked out, did my day, went to sleep, and now it's the next day. Smells good. Smells like leave-in conditioner. All right, so there's the one side.
That looks pretty good.
Right? It looks really good. All right, let's do the other side now. Right. So, there we have it, with me not actually doing anything to it, just taking it out, and as you can see, it actually created really nice waves and curls into my hair. It looks very effortless, some would say natural, some, like Milana. No, I'm kidding. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna quickly style it and make sure it doesn't look like a hot mess as of right now. So I'm gonna take a little bit of dry shampoo and just apply it to areas like towards the back, especially with my hair, because I had the two braids and it was parted in the middle, so I don't want that parting line all the way down. Take the dry shampoo, kind of place in those areas and kind of mix my hair a little bit, give it more of a smooth transition in the back. All right, I'm gonna use some of this Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Biotin Dry Shampoo. Now what I'm gonna do is just kind of brush in my dry shampoo with my fingers and just kind of rough up my roots a little bit. Just kind of pick up the curls. All right, so with this type of hairstyle, with these types of curls, you can definitely leave it in the middle like this, but I kind of like it better with my hair cut and hairstyle if I part it more to the side. So I'm gonna take this side right here, it doesn't matter which. I'm gonna part it on the right side, and once you part your hair, it kind of will change the back a little bit. It will kind of camouflage it a little bit more. So now you don't have that crazy party line because of the braids. And now I'm just gonna take some hair oil. This is honestly one of my favorite hair oils. This is by the brand Playa, or Playa, I believe it's Playa. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But I've had this hair oil, I think since like September or October, and I am almost out of it. It is so good. It is extremely lightweight. I use it in my hair, I use it on my body. I'll take a couple of drops. And it smells so good. And I'm just gonna quickly just run it through my hair, just to kind of tone everything down, a little bit of the frizz, and it will moisturize the hair a little bit more. All right, I'm very happy with the curls and the way it's looking. I'm actually not gonna fix it with anything. I think it turned out really good. But the only thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of sea salt spray. This is by the brand Playa, and this is their Endless Summer Spray. And I'm gonna add it towards the bottom just to give it a little bit more texture. So I'm just gonna add a little bit sea salt spray. Kind of give it a little bit more texture. So there we have it for the final look and the results and how I kind of play with it. I change my party lines all the time. That's the beauty of this kind of look. You can just go crazy with it and it looks natural. But now let me quickly show you guys how I actually braid, because there's somewhat a technique, but not really. All right, so obviously I would start with damp, wet hair, and then I would apply my leave-in conditioners as I showed you guys in the beginning. Let's just do middle. It does not have to be perfect, but just from the front to the back of your head. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect, just somewhat even. Then I'm gonna take one of the sections away and just not worry about it. So this is where I begin, and I like to make sure my braid is gonna be going towards the back of my head, not on the side and towards the back, but make sure it's going towards the back of the head. That way you'll get all of these nice curls at the top of your head that makes it look natural and effortless, as I like to call it. So I'm just gonna divide. It is very hard, you guys, when I don't have nails, to grab a nice section. I took it for granted. No, I didn't. I love my nails. All right, so and then divide into 3 sections as you would a regular braid. So I'm gonna be doing a Dutch braid. And a Dutch braid is where you take the outer sections and you go under the middle. The reason why I'm doing a Dutch braid is because that's what I found works best for my hair. I've tried fishtail braids, I've tried French braids, and for some reason Dutch braids, the curl that comes out afterwards is just so stunning and effortless, and I think it looks better. So I'm gonna take this outer section, I'm gonna take this top section, bring it underneath the middle, hold it there, and then add hair to it, to the middle. Just like that. Take this section under the middle and add hair to it. So I'm always bringing the outer section under the middle and then adding hair to the middle section. So under the middle and add hair to the middle. So this right here is what I like to do a little bit differently. Instead of always grabbing big sections from this side right here, because this is where you have most of your hair, I actually like to work in sections. So I take smaller section, and then the next section I add from the very front of my head, next section I add closer to the middle section, and so forth, just to make sure you grab not such big chunks of section into your one side of your head. So right now I'm gonna add smaller section. So I'm gonna go from like the middle and then add it to the middle, just like that. Smaller section, add it to that middle. And then just add your regular section from up top. And then this right here, now I'm gonna add this section right here. A bigger section. Add it to the middle. Nice and tight. And now again, not adding the entire section, I'm gonna add half of that section. So grabbing a section of hair, adding that to the middle. And the reason why I do this, like I mentioned, is because the curls are more uniform and there's a little bit more of the curls once you take the braid out. And I think the braid actually looks a lot better and has a lot more texture and dimension when you have the braid done. All right, I'm gonna do the exact same thing as I did on this side of my head, making sure I follow the exact same steps as I did when I grabbed half a section, then the next section was the entire section, half a section, entire section. This just creates, I don't know, I think it just looks better. So there we have it with the completed braids, and I tied off my braids with my favorite clear elastics. I get them on Amazon. They're amazing. I talk about them often. I will have everything linked down below for you guys if you need anything from here. I mentioned this before, when I do take the braids out, it gives that very natural look because you do get curls on the very top of your head. I've tried placing my braids on the sides, a little bit lower, and it just doesn't look as good. The curls start like 3/4, even like halfway down, so it doesn't look as natural or as pretty, just a little bit of a poofy mess down here, but nothing happening up here. So if you want these kind of curls, make sure you have the braids placed up on the top of your head and then going back down. Obviously, it's not going to be completely even because I braided it myself and I don't have eyes in the back of my head. As even as you can, as close as you can, that's your goal. And usually this is the part where I say, let's pull apart these braids, give them volume, texture, dimension, but no. I'm gonna refrain from doing that. I want the braids nice and tight so the curls can form and do their thing. I started with the braids and I'm ending with the braids. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.